Hey guys, Blackwolf066 here with part 1 of a remodel to my Lofty base game starter home I did a couple weeks ago. And I'll place a link to the original speed build in the description below for anyone who wants it. Now, I had a lot of fun with this remodel, but I will admit that I also had a lot of trouble figuring out what overall design to have for the home. I mean, I guess it didn't help that I was a little distracted when building it. But even so, I still had a hard time, which is why it took me longer to finish this one and why the video is in two parts instead of one. Um, Also, as a side note, um, they need to have more long hanging chandeliers. I absolutely love the spa day chandeliers because of that. Because they're just longer and they're prettier. I don't know what it is about them, but I just love both of them. Anyway, Um, so originally I had set out to remodel it with my sim or even my own preference of colors and styles in mind, like I wanted to. But as I oh, this right here with the windows, my friend recommended this. So I actually took her idea for this. So thank you, friend, because she told me when the last one she watched, she was like, when you wake up in the morning, you don't want to see a blank wall. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You kind of want to see more windows. So that's what I did with the upstairs for that. It's like this nice large window. I also did those posts that you saw me put in just to kind of make it look like it was supporting the window cuz when I go to do the porch, and you'll see it when I go to do the porch, the trim that I do around the porch kind of bleeds in through the wall for the inside, which is a thing that happens when you kind of make lofty homes. Any trimming that you have on the outside kind of bleeds through into the inside, which I don't like. But I made this one work because then I kind of made it look like it was a support. So that's why those beams are there, because I kind of had that in mind when I first started to build this because I knew that was going to happen. So I was planning ahead. Um, anyway, where was I? Oops. um, oh yeah, the styles and the thing. Yeah, I had originally had my sim or my own preference of styles and colors in mind, but the ideas just kept changing and changing and changing in my head. You don't really see this in here. Thankfully, my ideas in my head move a little bit faster, but I also didn't think anybody would have really liked to have seen a lot of blacks and purples and blues, which is my color scheme. I love black and purple and blue. But so that was quickly changed, and then as you see here, before I change it to green, I did have like maybe like a pale blue, like a dusty blue color scheme in mind. And then I was like, no, I use that way too much. Like I mean, like for example, the Mediterranean build, the Mediterranean Oasis home that I have up on the gallery, as well as I think I called it the Spanish Country Adobe. That had a red and blue theme to it, and even my country, my cottage paradise build, I had blue in that one. Yeah, because like the Mediterranean had a yellow and blue theme. The Spanish country adobe had a red and blue theme. No, yellow and blue for Mediterranean, red and blue for Spanish country, and then it was brown and blue for the cottage paradise. So I was trying to stay clear from blue this time around. So I ended up doing green, green, brown, and gray. Um, and that ends up being the overall theme. Now, you see that dining table and chair set? Yeah, I don't know why I overlooked it the first time. That changes. It's not recorded because when I go through and I play test everything. For some odd reason, I always have this, oh, that could change and that could change, so I end up doing that. I will try not to do that often. It's a very bad habit. I promise that I will try to curb that habit. Um, I mean, like, obviously, certain mistakes that I forget to do in the video, I will go back and change. Like, I know for a fact I forget to add two porch lights, like one to the front and one to the back. And then I was looking at the other things and I was kind of like, well, this could change a little bit. There's also the front corner that I thought could change a little bit because it just looked too bare, so I added a plant to that corner. I mean, there's just little bits and pieces here. Even the kitchen, I was kind of like, oh, I forgot a backsplash because I was debating on it, and then I left it as is, and then I was like, no, I really want a backsplash. So I use a backsplash. That you don't see that in the video either, so I just pop that in there. And then I think I add another post on either side because you see the two posts by the stairs. Um, so the third post ends up going, where is it? On the opposite end of the wall by the bathroom door. That little itty bitty hallway towards that bathroom door. So that's where that third post goes. So yeah, I mean, like, there's just small things. The only major changes, which is why I'm saying I promise I'll try not to make it a habit. I do change the bathroom. You don't see it in this video. You'll see the remodel of the video, of the bathroom in the second part, which will be coming out tomorrow. But no, I forgot to change the wallpaper and the tiling. I had changed the sink and stuff like that. No, I didn't change them. I changed the colors, but I didn't change the actual stuff that you'll see. The only thing that I do is just the wallpaper and the tiling. That's different, but it is a different color scheme. But you don't see that being recorded because I changed it afterwards. um, so yeah. Again, I promise it won't be a habit. I'm so sorry. So anyway, I really kind of liked the design for the porch, the front porch. I do like doing little itty bitty designs like that. I kind of wish that there was more stuff because I really do like mosaic, but I didn't want to do the mosaic tiling because there just wasn't enough colors. Because I use that a lot too when I'm doing homes. I do a lot of like the mosaic tiling, and I was like, I won't use that this time around. Also, again, garden. I love doing the landscaping of any of my builds. I think that is the most fun I have when I ever do a build. So yeah, the majority of my time, I guess why it took a little bit longer was because of the outside. I did a lot to the landscape in this one. Also, as you're seeing, I'm doing these bushes individually, and then because I'm slightly OCD, I mean not completely, but I was seeing things that were just like, no, you're out of line. Go back in line. Um, and then I think you'll also see when I put the lamp posts down, I guess because of the angle, I kept thinking that it was off, when in reality, when I was counting the spaces, it really wasn't. It just looked off, and it just kept bugging me, but I had to move on. um, so yeah, there's that stuff. I think that's another reason why the build kind of took a little bit longer. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with the outside. I had a lot of fun. Um, and because I wasn't limiting myself to the like use only certain packs. Like I have two base game packs now, builds now, so I kind of just wanted to do my own thing. So I don't limit myself this time. There's no budget, there's no pack limit. I do try to keep it in the newest pack. Okay, well technically not the newest pack because I don't have the fitness pack yet. I will get that eventually, just not right now. But no, I was trying to use the parenthood pack because I hadn't used that yet, so it saved for like the windows. So I was kind of curious to see some of the stuff that was in it. So I do end up trying to stick with that pack and more of the city living stuff because I like the city living. Um, and then yeah, and then also because I don't limit myself with packs, I could use all the flowers I wanted, which really, when you think about it, there aren't a lot. So if I don't limit myself, I have more options. So anyway, sorry, I still have something in my throat. Let me get a sip of my coffee for a second here. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, so my goal for this remodel, as you see, I did put that AC unit in the back. I do like using that stuff because I do kind of like making the homes look a little more realistic, more structurally sound. There are a few builds that I kind of just do whatever I want with it, and I don't even kind of put structure into perspective because I think my builds that I actually don't have on the gallery, I know most of those builds are not structurally sound. I just did it because I wanted to. But I do try with most of my other builds to make them more realistic. So that's why you see me adding those touches to the outside. And even those posts that I do inside, because you see it's kind of a precarious little loft upstairs with how open it is. So I was trying to make it seem like maybe there was a support beam in the flooring, and then the posts were there to kind of just give it extra support. So yeah. But yeah, again, you can see the landscaping kind of took me a lot of time. I'm pretty sure it's now been 4 minutes, and honestly, it's not done. I was a little scatterbrained. Again, this is the reason why I said I was a little distracted with this build. And I guess it was also due to the fact that, again, my ideas just kept changing and changing and changing. So because I was so scatterbrained with it, I kept going back and forth with different things. Like I started in the kitchen and then I ended up working my way outside. And then I think I end up jumping into the living room, maybe? And then I go back outside. I'm not quite sure because I built this a couple of days ago and I'm now just recording my voiceover for it. So I guess I will find out with you guys on that one. All I know is I was very scatterbrained. That I do remember. Because there was a lot of me just like jumping from like place to place to place to place with the build. I just don't know where I actually end up in each part. Also, I absolutely love these hanging plants, and I wish there was more of them. Like just different styles and like different flowers, maybe even vegetables, like just stuff like that. I love them. I love them dearly. I also had a little trouble with this. um I probably could have made my life easier by putting a wall in there somewhere, but I didn't because I wanted to do it the hard way. Um, but I think it turned out pretty even. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for the most part, with eyeballing it, it looked pretty good. um, Also, I do like the floral around that the windows. I do kind of fight with that for a couple seconds because when I was kind of like just looking at things on the outside, I was like, can I add any more curb appeal to the front or the sides? And then I think I pick those and I put them upstairs, and I was like, no, this isn't practical. And then I put it on the side, and I was like, what am I doing? Just delete it. So I do, and then I don't end up doing anything else to it. I know I do like a wind chime or something and whatever, but that's roughly it. um, Also, you'll see, yeah, right here. I use these and then I lower the plants down to make it look like they're box plants. Because there isn't enough box plants for my satisfaction, so I made some, and I think it turned out okay. Again, you guys can tell me no, it sucks, but I like it, and that's all that matters. Um, so I think I think part one is mostly going to be the outside here. But that's okay, because again, I like landscaping. I like floral stuff. So, also, I know I've said it in the past, I kind of wish that there was welcoming mats and stuff like that. I was gonna stick with that green one, but the traditional welcoming mats that we kind of have here, you kind of see them have like that border. So that's why I just kind of stuck with that white one. Um, but yeah, I would like to see more welcoming mats. Also, ignore my stupidity here. Um, I didn't have to put that on the ground. It's a force of habit, really, to kind of do that because sometimes there's not enough room, or if the house is too close to the edge, then I can't really do much with it. So I usually try to find a space where I can plop it down and fiddle around with it. So it's a force of habit. I know I didn't have to do that. I could have just easily plopped it on here, but I didn't. Also, I'm fiddling around, as you can see here, with like different ideas because I did kind of want like a sloped roof for the back porch, but it cut through the window too much and I just didn't like it. So you see the roof trim here, which I knew I was going to do anyway because I did that with the front. And I figure I knew that that was going to cut in because you see the front one cutting in there, which is why I was trying to add that to the loft there to kind of look like a support beam. Um, but I know I end up cutting that out because I think it was clipping on the outside, so I just ended up deleting it. Um, so yeah, there was that. And but anyway, that's the reason why I cut the sloped roofing out, and then just added a similar roof to that was there in the front to the back. And yeah, I ended up going with a lighter color. You can see that I kind of forgot to color the wall behind the stove as well as the stairway painting, like the stairway area too. So that does get changed after the fact because again, when I was play testing it, I saw things that needed to be changed, and I did kind of go back and do that. Like that table and chair again gets changed, the bathroom gets changed. I do end up fixing a few things here and there, but those are the two major changes that you really see. That and the backsplash behind the stove. That is the only wall I use for backsplash. It's just that wall behind the stove. Um, so yeah, those are the only major changes that I know off the top of my head that I've done. Sorry, again, something in my throat. It's the allergies, I swear. Um, Also, I'm wondering if you're gonna see it in this one. Hopefully you'll see it in this one, otherwise I'm gonna have to make you wait until tomorrow. Another major change. I do a different change with the clutter because I was not happy with it. Was not happy with it. When I went back to change stuff, because it was so out of place. I end up moving that towel dispenser behind the sink. I end up moving the dish dryer closer to the sink, and then I add like little debug things here and there, like coffee bags next to the coffee machine that I add, and just random stuff here and there. But anyway, going back to the wall, I really like it. Um, I mean, you'll see it. When I had originally done it, it was just too much of a blank space for me, and I'm a clutter person. I do like clutter, and I do like artwork, so that is kind of like a piece of me kind of bleeding through with this build, because I just pretty much put painting galore on that other large wall from like floor to ceiling. And again, hopefully you'll see it in this one. I think you will. But and if not, I'll let you know, or obviously you'll probably see it because I think yeah, because I think this video is only like 24 minutes long and we're already into 22 minutes of it. So I actually kind of think it's probably in the next one, so you'll see it. You'll see it eventually. But I do like that because it's something I like, and I also kind of had like a maybe like a sim who wasn't exactly a painter but was more of a paint collector, which is why there's no easel in this home. It's just all paintings. So I just figured maybe they're an art collector. Maybe they just like art. Um, and this home can be used for either a single sim, or you could use it for your couple, like for a couple if you wanted, because it's a nice little home, like a starter home in general. Not obviously a starter for a sim who only has 20,000, because I think this ends up being over 100K. But but no, more like a starter home for a couple who maybe is just starting off with dating and stuff like that, or maybe they just got married and they don't want kids yet, so they're not really planning for kids soon or anything like that. So maybe that's the reason why they just have this tiny home, because obviously there's no bedroom for a child. Um, I mean, you can make it a single parent home if you want to just delete a few things and just add the stuff you need. It could definitely be a single home or a single parent home if you really wanted to. Um, but anyway, yeah, because I think I finished this part with the curtains, so I'm actually going to wrap up now, and I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. It should hopefully come out at 11 a.m. on Eastern Time on Tuesday. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this part, and I hope to see you in the next one. And I hope to see you soon with any of my other videos. Bye!